welcome to a hard-hitting edition of Explore Richland. I'm Mark Ingham. Well, the leaves are turning a beautiful gold color, and the temperature is cooling down a little bit, just a little bit, which means it must be high school football season.
Go! Go! Good club, not a kid.
Year in and year out, the Mid-Columbia Conference is one of the toughest in the state. And this year, a new challenger for conference supremacy has come into the picture, the Hanford Falcons. Coach Brett J. has graciously offered us all access to his program, and we are excited to share with you the hard work these student athletes are putting in as they attempt to accomplish something this school hasn't done in almost 20 years.
Hey, there's one guarantee that I can guarantee you. You will play on Friday like you practiced today. That's a guarantee. It will happen. So if you know that right now, you got to put everything you have to every session. Every session matters. Put it on tape today. Here we go. Whoa! Hey, dominate on three. 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
Well, I'm thrilled to welcome Hanford High School varsity coach Brett J. to the program. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, now Coach, Hanford is in the midst of a very great start of the season, but I've always heard you want to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been.
Yep.
And you've been here for 4 years.
Yep.
You inherited a team that went 0-10. And so I wanted to ask you, what excited you about the head coaching job here at Hanford? And what was your mindset the first day you walked into your office?
I knew it was going to be a great challenge. I love challenges. I heard nothing but great things about the school and about the administration and the players that were here. And so I thought everything was in place, and so it was a great opportunity.
You bet. Now, the freshmen from your first year here are now seniors.
Yep.
And, you have this program playing inspired football right now, and you're right in the hunt for the Mid-Columbia Conference Championship. What were your expectations for this team going into the season?
Every year, like anybody, we expect to do incredible things. We believe in dreaming huge, and so this year, their fourth year in the program, they know what to expect. They know what our program's about, and so we just expect to do great things with our senior leadership. We have a lot of seniors, about 28 right now on the roster, and so it's been fun to watch them grow and mature and kind of take the program as their own.
That's awesome. Now, Coach, what do you feel the strength of this team is?
I feel our senior leadership. We've got a lot of skill players, both wide receiver, running backs, defensive backs, and linebackers. And probably the biggest strength that's made a huge impact for us so far is our defensive line play. We've added some depth there, and whenever you got a defensive line, your pass coverage gets better. Your linebacker, keep the offensive linemen off your linebackers, so that's been nice to watch as well.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, what's the vibe of this team? What's the mindset? Do you believe they can win the MCC championship?
I do, I do, and that's the most important thing is you got to feel that. And there is a mental obstacle that we have to overcome, and that's playing those big games. And so we've talked about that. We've discussed it, specific situations, scenarios, and just how to get past that. And so it's been fun watching them put their head down and work, and watch them learn how to overcome those situations.
Good! G-Mark! Nice job!
What will define 2018 as a successful season for you guys?
To be honest, I don't really look that far ahead. I really look forward to the next upcoming game. A successful season is to maximize our potentials, and when we maximize our potentials, the results happen. The results are a byproduct of us exhausting our process Monday through Thursday, and then Friday nights are a success. So, we're just being able to truly commit to the task at hand. That's our expectation.
All right, well said. Now, lastly, Coach, like we've been mentioning, you're in your fourth year here at Hanford Varsity as the coach. You guys have a great junior varsity team. The varsity team's playing great. What will it take to keep Hanford at the top of the MCC for years to come?
I just believe in what it's kind of been cliche lately, but the word, the process. We have 50 lifts in the wintertime. We get into spring and we really work on our speed in the spring. Come summertime, we've got our 11 practices, spring practices. We go to Eastern Washington for 2 days, Boise State for 4 days, and then we have 39 lifts in the summer. That's our process. The only way that we're going to compete in a league like the MCC is if we truly commit to our process and we get those results in the off season. Because all the work's done in the off season. I heard Tom Moore say that back in the day when he was at Prosser, and I believe that. You know, when you come to the season, you get a look and go, okay, we committed to our process, and it paid off. So.
Great. Well, Coach, thanks so much for coming on the program, and we wish you nothing but continued success this year.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Now, it's always a shot to the ego when you visit a high school and you are dwarfed by your interviewee. But that's the case if you're going to talk to the big boys up front, the offensive linemen, and we have one of the best in town. Joining us now is four-year starter Connor Milliken. Connor, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, Connor, I imagine that most people can't say that they were a four-year varsity football starter. How much pride do you take in that?
Well, I take a lot of pride in it. I think being a four-year starter, I have a bunch of senior leaders who help me guide me through the process and just take what they've taught me and try to teach it to the younger kids as I get older too. Just means a lot to me.
Now, how excited for your senior year are you, and how good did you think this team could be heading into this year?
I have a lot of pride in this team. I think we can be the best in the league, and definitely I think we can be the best in the state. I've put a lot of work in. I know we all have all 4 years with working out in the spring with our friends and even winter workouts, and then we have a great summer workout program that we do just really prepare us for this season. I think we're definitely one of the strongest and the most athletic teams in the MCC.
Say go!
And now we are joined by senior running back Jared Devine. Jared is a three-year varsity starter at running back. Jared, thanks so much for joining us today.
No problem, my pleasure.
Now, Jared, you're coming off an excellent season. Last year you led the MCC in rushing, and you were the only Falcons football player to make first-team All-MCC. What goals did you set for yourself going into this year?
Personally, I just wanted to have a repeat year. I want to be #1 leading rusher in the MCC again, and just be great to make a first team again.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
You bet. That would be great. Now, are you surprised with the success of your team, or is this something you guys expected?
I really expected it personally, because to me this is just the culmination of just 4 years of just hard work. So I was really expecting it, and it's going the right way so far.
Well, joining me now is Hanford Falcons senior quarterback Garrett Horner. Garrett, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, Garrett, this is your third season as starting quarterback for the Hanford Falcons, and you know this year your team is off to a great start. Heading into this year, what goals, what expectations did you have for this team?
We know we definitely wanted to be top 3 in the MCC. A great goal for us was to win 7 games.
Nice.
And we wanted to take down the big 3, which Kamaya, Shiwana, Richland.
That's awesome. Great goals there. And now, Garrett, currently you're leading the MCC in passing. What goals did you set for yourself heading into this year?
Yeah, that was a big one for me. I knew I wanted to be first team all league. The last 2 years I got honorable mention. But yeah, that was a big goal for me.
What do you believe the strength of this football team is?
I have to say our strength of it's just kind of a brotherhood. I think this year is really what kind of stands out. Is we don't play for ourselves this year. We definitely play as a team. We play for each other.
I believe we really have a good run-stopping defense, and I know if the other team doesn't have sound DBs, we'll just shred them in the air.
Now, I know the goal is to win the MCC, that's for sure, but how will you define success for this 2018 Hanford Falcons football team?
Success for us would be knocking off at least 2 out of 3 of the big 3 teams, Richland, Shiwana, Kamaikan. So that would just definitely be a success for us.
I think our goal this year is to make it deep into the playoffs and show people in the MCC that we're not the same old Hanford, that we're changed.
Down! Down!
Now, as you've seen, the Hanford Falcons are putting in plenty of hard work on the field, but the Falcon way is also defined by hard work in the classroom. You may remember that last season the Falcon basketball team was the WIAA Academic State Champion in the 4A division with a cumulative team GPA of 3.64. Now, this Falcon football team boasts a team GPA of 2.95. What an impressive group of student athletes. Now, if you're looking for more information on anything City of Richland related, I strongly encourage you to visit us on our webpage, which is located at the link below. And don't forget, we are where you are. Find the City of Richland on all the popular social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey Garrett, you know what this Falcon team really needs? How about an old, out-of-shape wide receiver? I'm Mark Ingham. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Explore Richland.
So, yeah! That's what I'm talking about.